a dear friend, a patriot, and a man of overwhelming decency. Those are just some of the words used to describe the late Colin Powell, who made history as the first black man to serve his country as National Security Advisor, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and Secretary of State. 3 U.S. presidents, senior diplomats, and top military brass filled the pews of Washington's National Cathedral to honor him.
Colin Powell's legacy of service to the country he loved will long survive his passing. From rescuing fellow soldiers while in combat, to presiding over the rollback of aggression in the Middle East, to orchestrating after 9/11 a global alliance against al-Qaeda, to modernizing the practice of diplomacy, he devoted the full measure of his energy and skills to advancing national interests and to the common good.
In many ways, Powell embodied the American dream. He was the son of Jamaican immigrants and grew up in South Bronx. He attended City College in New York before joining the military. Powell spent 35 years rising within the ranks of the U.S. Army, serving 2 tours of Vietnam before becoming a career diplomat. The National Cathedral has been the site of state funerals for 4 presidents, including Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush, 2 administrations that Powell served. It's also been the site of prayer services for newly inaugurated presidents, a fitting venue to honor the magnitude of this man.
I've heard it asked, are we still making his kind? I believe the answer to that question is up to us. To honor his legacy, I hope we do more than consign him to the history books. I hope we recommit ourselves to being a nation where we are still making his kind.
Powell was worried his legacy would be tarnished by his infamous speech at the United Nations in February of 2003 that helped pave the way for the U.S. invasion of Iraq. There, he declared that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction based on intelligence that would later prove to be false. But for generations of Americans, Powell inspired and those who knew him. His legacy will not be marked by a single moment, rather a humble man who dedicated his life to his country. Kilmeny, Duchardt, TRT World, Washington.